Many of us are in different stages of our life as an EO member. Some are still working on our businesses, some are focused on being a better leader, and some are focused on pausing to consider what sort of legacy they'll leave behind. And others are ready to start their next big thing. We want to meet you where you are and help you get the most value possible from your EO Nashville membership.
The firefighting stage for me is sort of, unfortunately, it's like whack-a-mole. Problem arises and you hit it here and then it's over here and then it's over here. And unfortunately, that's the nature of a small company. When I looked at doing EO and the idea of a commitment of doing a forum, which is, that's a 4 or 5 hour commitment per month. I think the idea that I can't do that the idea that I don't have enough time is exactly why I need to be in that meeting. So the whole idea of like, if my business is at such a clip that it can't last without me for 4 hours, then I don't have a business. I have a job, and I need to have a business where it can run without me. I would love to be more focused on the systems and working on my business, but I do find myself working in my business more often than I would like. But that's just where we're at.
I think I fought through joining EO. We were fighting fires every day. It was just, what's gonna happen to me today, and I'm never gonna get through my list. And we have a good product and we have a good team, so therefore we survived. But that gets old and that's hard to move forward. Through EO, it was showing me the tools, just listening to people in the business community and the empathetic ear of, I've been there, and how to maybe slow down a little bit, kind of like getting your plumbing right for your house. Your house is never gonna be great till the electricity's great and the plumbing's great. Well, that's how a business is too. And so what are your operations in your business? And are they flowing clearly? Are there clogs in the system? Well, you're never gonna grow unless you get those clogs out. Now we can think about, hey, let's make our company culture better. Hey, let's think about different revenue lines, because we have a really nice consistent revenue base that we're not as worried about. You can't get there to scale until you start thinking about it and planning for it. EO helps you plan for it.
Building a legacy for me is very personal in the fact that we all want to be financially independent at some point in our lives. Like, that's, business owners start their businesses for a variety of reasons, but after a number of years we all decide, okay, now I just want to be able to do whatever I want to do and not have to worry about it. And so that's what it means to me, is building this legacy that says I can go out and I can help build shelters, or I can go help put in water pumps in Africa, or I can take my family skiing. I can be gone from my business for a month, for 2 months, for 3 months. Building a legacy, I think, is part of just figuring out what your number is and how to get to it. And so that may mean you pivot the business. That may mean you step away from the business and test it. That may mean you overpay for the right people to put in place to take over for you. Part of the struggle that I had about 4 years ago was thinking through, okay, if I'm not in this company, if I'm not the business owner here, then who am I? And within EO, there's a lot of great people to talk to about that. You start learning about the mourning process, and I got to mourn the loss of this business that I was, it was me, it was part of me, but that business can go off on its own.
I've been in business a while. I've owned several companies. I've recently sold the companies that I grew and matured, and now I've started a new business, and it's called Better Book Club. And it is infinitely small. I'm not even qualified for EO under Better Book Club, but I'm trying to use all my experience from the past and all my friends and all my connections and all the education I've had to turn this into something special. So creating the next thing is always a challenge. Like, magic once, magic again, ? Right? But when you're around EO, the energy that comes from everyone that are creating something from nothing, rubbing two sticks together, blowing on it, waving their hands, and finally there's a spark, and finally there's fire. And so when you're trying to start over, you got a spark, and it's up to so many to try to get it to that flame. And you can't do it alone. I recognize that from years of experience. It takes a village to make that thing go. And so what EO is to me, it's inspiration, it's education, it's opportunity, it's people that are cheering for me as I cheer for them. It takes so much knowledge and so much luck and so many people to come together to make a business go. I think what EO does for me most is it helps me just march forward. There's gonna be problems, there's gonna be setbacks. It's never gonna be a straight line. Success is not here to here. Success is all over the board, and you end up on go and you collect your $200.